Welcome, everyone. My name is Tobey Clark from University of Vermont, making this presentation with Rosanna Rivas. We're both part of the WHO Collaborating Center for Healthcare Technology Management at the Technical Services Partnership at University of Vermont in the United States. So this presentation is going to cover medical device assessment, framework, pilot studies, and training. So we've had the introductions. University of Vermont is in the New England area of the US. And we have worked as a collaborating center since 2017 with both World Health Organization and Pan American Health Organization. Prior to that time, we had activities primarily in the Americas, advanced clinical engineering workshops, development of courses, primarily virtual courses for the Americas. And now working with PAHO and WHO related to activities focused on the pandemic and the needs associated with that. Rosanna Rivas is a consultant working with the organization, and she's been very active working with our university since 2006. So the description of what our activities are related to health technology assessment is the National Institute of Health in Peru is the expert organization within the country of Peru. This organization has been approved by the Vice Minister of Health to lead the National Network for Health Technology Assessment. So they lead all the other organizations within the country. Medical devices is a key area in the fight against COVID-19, of course, and other health issues. The work that the National Institute of Health in Peru has primarily done has been focused on pharmaceutical technology assessment. So the staff at our collaborating center, we've worked on various health technology planning and training projects in the past with NIH over the past 15 years. In December of 2020, we began to work with NIH directly related to healthcare technology assessment focused on medical devices. We also were very fortunate to be able to work and develop a short course for Clínica Imbanaco, which is a multi-center hospital system in Cali, Colombia. And we put on a 10-week course planned primarily for the clinical engineering staff. And now Rosanna Rivas.
As we said, NIH is now the leader in the country. Peru has a network in health technology assessment, according to the last statement from the Ministry of Health, and NIH is in charge to lead among the country all the efforts related to health technology assessment. In our case, we are working with them, supporting HTA to medical devices. And the purpose with the Clínica Imbanaco was also to make improvements in the strategic plan for health technology. This huge private organization has a number of outputs, remarkable outputs in clinical engineering, but certainly the next goal, the next step for them was to improve and develop the HTA to medical devices, most of all because of the strategic plan in the next years. So what are the benefits for them? Is certainly to lead and enhance the quality assurance and the safety of the, whether in the case of the public market and NIH and all the organizations of MOH in Peru, whether in the case of Imbanaco, the private market they managed. It is fair to say that in the case of Imbanaco, their market is certainly divided between Colombia, but also out of Colombia. They have an important international component in the market. So what are for us the best or the most remarkable benefits? All the prior experiences in the case of NIH, as Tobey Clark stated, was focused earlier in pharmaceuticals. Now, since the COVID-19 happened, Peru has the challenge to apply HTA expertise to medical devices, mainly the essential ones related to COVID-19. And there is a number of steps, a number of efforts, and of course investment that the government decided to do. And the leader in this huge project is National Institute of Health. In the case of Imbanaco, the investment from the owners will be focused in the strategic plan, and we are very glad to say that the contribution from the WHO Collaborating Center at the University of Vermont was really well appreciated and celebrated for all the staff in Imbanaco. They are able to now not just to include the components of the course, but also to develop some steps in the strategic arena. We're gonna go to the next one, Toby. In the case of Peru, initial meetings and the data sharing have resulted, as we said, in excellent understanding between the parties. We are very honest saying that this is a process that will involve several phases, but certainly we are in the interesting and remarkable phase, which is the close interaction between the leaders and the statements of the plans and programs to be able to develop the operational aspect of the plan. Report of global best HTA practices in the case of NIH is an important output we expect to keep being developed. We are contributing with guidelines and also not just reports, but also references for them to have guidelines. And this is something unique in the case of the Ministry of Health of Peru. These topics are not exactly achieved before. We are making a unique and remarkable kind of history here, and we are very proud about it. In the case of Colombia, the 10 virtual sessions were intense, highly productive, and most of all, both parties, professors and students, were not just convinced, but motivated to the next steps, which mean the application of this in the strategic plan. And also, it is very nice for me to say that in the last day of the course, with the staff of the high-level managers, we were able to share the vision of Imbanaco through this effort, training and development of skills in the HTA to medical devices. We certainly are sure that this is a unique contribution to Imbanaco, Colombia. The floor is yours, Toby.
So thank you, and information about contact should be directed to myself, and look forward to hearing from anybody that has any questions on this process. Over.